Now let's check in with Henry. Henry?
Oh, the healthcare debate. Well, speaking of comedy, we have one of the science comedian, Brian Malow, who, well, you haven't always been a comedian, right?
Well, no, of course not. I used to be an astronomer, but I got stuck on the day shift, which sucks.
Terrible.
Yeah,
tough
don't
on,
discover
tough
anything
on
good.
The eyes. Okay, so we're going to be talking about science and comedy and about what it's like to be Jewish during the Christmas season. That's coming up on Cron 4 News Weekend. Welcome back to Cron 4 News Weekend. So it's been going on for, what is it, 17 years now? A Kung Pao kosher comedy, Jewish comedy on Christmas in a Chinese restaurant, which, I mean, it's an old joke about Jews and what do they do at Christmas. And so, and it's actually turned into a veritable institution. Thank you very much, Lisa Geduldig, who is, by the way, sleeping on the sofa over there. It's tough getting... it's amazing. We have Brian Malow, and a comedian in here at, what, 8:30 in the morning?
Yeah, this is... Comics are kind of like vampires, too. We do not have our full strength.
And yet, we are going to challenge this man. Now, you're a science comedian, which is kind of... You do science videos for Time Magazine. What's funny about... You know, it's like an economics comedian. You know, what's funny?
Right. Well, I mean, first of all, science is in everything, so it's not really limiting. Everything has some science aspect, and really it's a kind of a process and a way of looking at the world.
Right.
Like, and I was always that way. I'm always curious. I noticed a long time ago, whenever my mom would lose weight, my dad would gain weight. And when my dad lost weight, my mom gained weight. It was like the conservation of mass within our family. And I had a theory that you never actually lose weight, you just give it to somebody else. Fat can be neither created nor destroyed. It's one of the basic laws of the universe.
There are a lot of people who think it can only be created, you know. I mean, there are people who for their whole lives have said, I don't understand it. It keeps coming and coming. It doesn't go. No, but why? I mean, you know, why didn't you pick like sex or something? Why, you know, why?
Well, now sex, anatomy, that is science.
Oh, silly me.
Right.
I always thought it was an art, but it's actually a science.
I think it's both. I think there's a connection between artists and scientists.
Yeah.
As well.
By the way, why are there so many? If you think about this, why are there so many Jews? I'm allowed to say that because I'm Jewish. Have you ever noticed how this is true? People are very uncomfortable with the word Jew.
Some people think Jew is a derogatory term.
Because it's this sort of this little. Don't get too tight. Because it's this sort of little short, kind of an unpleasant sound Jew. So, but I'm allowed to say it.
That too, and also I think because coming out of some people's mouths, it is coming. You know, Hitler, Mel Gibson. It sounds derogatory. Yeah,
an interesting analogy there. But why are there so many Jews that are like scientists and so many that are comedians, and even one that managed to somehow cross over?
Both, I know. I don't know. I think, you know, Jews. Not that other people don't, but they value education and intelligence.
What's that got to do with comedy?
I don't. Then there's maybe the comedy tragedy thing, and Jews have been persecuted for so long, and that there's something there about not being in the powerful class.
So you make fun of yourself.
Like, if you can't physically strike back, you strike back with clever little barbs.
Yeah, and mostly it's just, well, it's a way to make a living.
You know, what can I say?
I'm making a living. Are you from San Francisco, by the way?
I live in San Francisco. I'm actually from Texas. I'm a Jew from Texas. It's kind of a rare breed. We can't even propagate in the wild. We're sort of an indoor experiment. We're like hydroponic Jews. That's what we got in Texas. Later, we'll be released into the wild.
Well, that's, what did Jews in Texas do for Christmas?
Well, you know, same as everyone. No, we, you know, I was a Reformed Jew.
Oh, you were a Gentile.
Oh, just about, you know. I say Reformed like the criminals. And so we would, like here, for instance, we took off school for the Jewish holidays, but we wouldn't go to temple. We'd go to Galveston. We'd go to the beach. So we would observe the holidays, but from a distance. So
let me tell folks where they can catch up with Brian and also Hilary Schwartz and Lisa Geduldig, a whole
and
vast
Jonathan Katz
a vast cast of characters at the Kung Pao Kosher Comedy. It is happening December 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, and it's a great event. It deserves to be supported. It's at the New Asia Restaurant in Chinatown. Where else? Go to koshercomedy.com, or you can give them a call. We've got a couple of different numbers here. The number that's on the list there is different from the one I've got, which is 522-3737. Thank you very much. Oh, and your website.
Oh, yeah, sciencecomedian.com.
Sciencecomedian.com. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Go, enjoy, have fun. Merry Christmas. We'll be right back.